Hello, my name is Hassan Sorrells, and this is the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast shorts. There's no co-host on these shorts episodes. These are now around 2 to 4 minute, sometimes as long as 6 to 10 minute observations, ideas, thoughts, or rants about the literature, philosophy, psychology, and even the theology of leadership. Because listening to me talk about leadership for now around 2 to 4 minutes is still better than reading and trying to understand yet another business book. Even that business book your coworker won't stop raving about because it quote-unquote changed their life, but you can't see any difference in their leadership behavior. So how good could that author be?
Your honor is great, but your responsibilities are greater. This is a principle, an idea, a concept for leaders to wrap their arms around. We don't talk much about honor in our culture. It's been quite a long time, outside of military work, of course, that most average people have even thought about honor, but honor is all of the things that are attached to us. It composes all of the things that are attached to us. Our honor encompasses our pride, our self-worth, our self-awareness of ourselves, and of course, how all of that relates to status and how we jockey that status with and against others who may not have our best interests at heart. Honor can be great and honor can be small. Again, if you want to substitute the word honor for status, it might make more sense in our postmodern era. But we have very little conversation, very little real meaningful conversation about responsibilities. We talk a lot about our rights, our right to a certain identity, our right to feel a particular way, our right to have access to some resource that we think we are being denied. But what of our responsibilities? What of what we owe to others? What about what others owe to us? In the context of a life, honor and responsibility must be balanced. Status and rights must be negotiated. In the context of leadership, responsibility is everything, and status is almost meaningless. Your honor is great, but your responsibilities are even greater, should be tattooed or maybe crocheted or emblazoned in the mind of every leader who seeks to grow their people and grow their team. And well, that's it for me.
Thank you for listening to the Leadership Lessons from the Great Books podcast today. And now that you've made it this far, you should subscribe to the audio version of this show on all the major podcast players, including Apple iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Music, and everywhere else where podcasts are available. There's also a video version of our podcast on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe to the video version of this podcast on the Leadership Toolbox channel on YouTube. Just search for Leadership Toolbox and hit the subscribe button there on YouTube. And while you're doing that, leave a 5-star review if you like what we're doing here on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Just go below the player and hit 5 stars. We need those reviews to grow, and it's the easiest way to help grow this show. And tell all your friends, of course, in leadership. By the way, if you don't like what we're doing here, well, you can always listen to another leadership show. There are several other good ones out there. At least that's what I've heard. All right. Well, that's it for me.